chart, I have a sticky note, so I'm gonna try to follow it. Um, if I ever become a lecturer, this is what I need to do from a sticky note. Otherwise, I'm gonna have so many tangents. Tangents aren't necessarily a bad thing, but I don't think the purpose and hard to follow. Um, so I read some more of this, and there's something in here that says that if you share what's in here, then you'll get crucified by the people that believe this. Um, yeah, I'm not scared. Uh, Also, I have like a better chance of being crucified by like y'all because the people that actually believe it, because you guys are gonna be like, oh my god, this man is crazy. Yes, I am crazy, but genius is madness. Um. Anyway, I'm here to talk about the fact that I call uh, zombies, or use the word zombies in Kurtlish, not English, but Kurtlish, my own language, to mean television junkies or pop culture junkies. And like you guys literally shoot up this other people's ideas like heroin because it makes it so you don't have to think for yourself, but you can have interesting ideas and thoughts in your head. It's like it must be a rush. Because it's a rush for me to have such interesting thoughts in my head that I come up with entirely. So it must be so much fun to have interesting thoughts in your head that were paid for and made by someone else. Like, that's wonderful. You're really doing lots with your life by just ingesting other people's clickbait. Anyway, uh, like, I'm sorry if I made you feel bad about yourself. You know, something's gotta change. Uh, anyway, this is about hermetic gender, which is different from our gender and different from Kurtlish gender, which is my attempt to use gender in a way that frees trans folks. Hermetic gender is very much about what I just talked about is the creation of new ideas and the creation of um, your identity and most television junkies have a very cookie cutter identity because they just do what television tells them to do, um, and what the famous people say. Uh, what are famous people? Um, Hermetic gender breaks the male and female idea into the female, which is the creator and the mother of identity in this case, as we're applying it to humans, um, and the male, which is it plants the seed, it gives the female will to produce, and we have a male and female part inside of us, both the part that allows us to create and put an identity out there that everyone agrees with, or everyone knows that interacts with us, and the male part, which gives us the will to create that identity anew, outside of what's already been created. Lots of people don't employ the male part inside of themselves. They give that power away to other, and I don't know how into the phrase the phrasing I am. I kind of like the idea because like the female is like the mother, and in my opinion the more important part, but this kind of what I'm about to say makes the male part a little bit more important. But lots of people give away the male power inside of them to someone else's male power that's created anew, which in this case would be like famous people or the television producers. You let them create for you, and give you the will to create your identity. You don't use the male part inside of you to create a new for your own purposes and your own self. Um, the purpose of our life on Earth is to generate new knowledge and to be different. It's why humans are important and special, because we're very chaotic energy that's different. Like every single human, well, not the cookie cutter types, but humans comparatively to other species are very different in how we act and we are. And I think that's why we're like the apex of chaotic energy, not that uh, we're all the same energy. So, um, I don't think supremacy, even among the species or anything else, should exist. Like, we should take care of the universe, because it is us. Let's, but basically, what, according to the sticky note I wrote, don't let other male wills replace yours. So don't let other creator spirits replace your creator spirit inside. Just let your creator spirit thrive and be free to create on your own accord outside of what people tell you is the right way to be and the right thing to do. And it's not even about the right thing, it's just like the easiest thing. Like, you get done with work, I mean, you relax and you watch television instead of thinking about your own thoughts. But I promise you that your brain is full of amazing, wonderful ideas. And to just sit with it and be with it for a while and realize that it's full of mystery and magic, and the universe is full of mystery and magic, and you being a part of the universe are full of mystery and magic. You should just sit with it for a while and like tune out everyone else. Not that like you shouldn't take in other people. Like, I read tons because there are lots of people that use their creator spirits really well. I don't really like to watch the regurgitated cookie cutter stuff, but I'll like watch and read the stuff that makes that someone used the creator spirit inside of them to come up with something that's enriching, and they like create an idea that's different and makes you think. And that's what art is when you create something that doesn't already exist. And we all have the capacity within ourselves to be artists. We all are capable of creating reality. Reality is at our fingertips, and reality is very fluid. Oh my god, I'm hitting all my marks right now. Reality is very fluid. All that really exists are the laws of physics and your own experience. And, like, you can't experience other people's experience and other beings' experience, but that exists for them. But from your perspective, all that exists is your experience and the laws of physics. Everything else is a product of the human mind. Um, like, we made technology and now that's an idea, but it doesn't, like, that's why technology, and I like working in the tech industry, it's like so fluid because humans are constantly changing it. Um, because it's a product of the human mind. You can't, like, I mean, people do breed different animals, but like, you aren't gonna make uh a snuffleupagus tomorrow, except for like in Sesame Street, and you or like a huff. What's that? What's the things that stalk Winnie the Pooh? You can't make one of those either. Like the Hufflepugus or whatever, the Huffalumps. But you can make it in like drawings and cartoons, but you can't generate them in reality because that's like a real energy thing, and you can't just like, I don't know. So there's like some reality that, and I would argue that would be breaking the laws of physics to like generate new life outside of artistic creation. But so you can't really affect other people's experience. You can't Like, you can't change how other people experience for themselves and other beings experience for themselves, but you can create outside of that, and everything outside of that is very fluid and open to change because it's all a product of the human mind. Even money is only important because we made it so. It's important in the human mind, and that's why it exists. But just poke at that idea for a little bit more. It's not actually valuable outside of the human experience. Um, Gold isn't even valuable outside of the human experience. Uh, I say the only thing that is valuable outside of the human experience is like money and land, um, and shelter. Like, all of your basic needs, those are valuable outside of the human experience. But everything else is bullshit. So anyway, reality is very fluid. Feel free to make your own. As long as you aren't being supremacist or denying the laws of physics, you're pretty safe in creation. There's no way to do it wrong. I'd say those are the only two ways to do it wrong. To deny someone else's experience, that make yours of their experience better, more important than their own experience, that's supremacy. And two, breaking laws of physics because you can't break them. And lots of things go under the laws. Well, like math is an axiomatic system. I would say you can't break the law. You can't break the laws of logic within systems that are pre-existing, and you can't break the laws of physics within reality. Uh, and other than that, you're free to create. You're very important. You should try to create. And most of what the male and female inside of you is for is to create your identity. So you aren't really like posing new. But I think everyone should be allowed to contribute to academia, no matter how many pieces of paper you have. Einstein was a patent clerk. But anyway, this is like it's mostly for your identity. Be free to be whoever you want to be, whoever your male spirit wants to create. Um, well, inseminate your female spirit with the will to create. Uh, like, be your own person. Fame is not the point of this journey. And in fact, the internet is very special, and I think eventually, once we've had it for a while, we'll realize what it's really for. Um, Fame is in the moment. Uh, Creation is is lasts forever. If you do it right, and all of your followers will die one day. Are you creating content that is timeless? That's the question, and that's if you're creating content within this time period and just like regurgitating the same shit, you will be a great memento of the past because you will fit the time period so well. Do not get entrapped with your contemporaries. Be free to create for yourself outside of this time period. Okay? And don't listen to just famous people because they're all regurgitating the same bullshit for the most part, unless they're like trippy hippies, like the Beatles in the past. Um, Creation freeze. That's my last thing. Creation freeze. So if you want to be free to be whoever you are, create that person and be it. That's all you gotta do. I encourage you to try. Because the only way you're going to get good at creating is if you try and fail and try and fail and try and fail. And if someone doesn't respect your creation in this time period, maybe one day, if you put it on the internet, which I think will last for a while, people will. And you'll be timeless. So think about doing that. Um, because you're special and important. And it's not just the people with the money right now and the regurgitating mockingjays that will stand the test of time.